much further ado, without much further ado, yo, this dog hitting hard. I ain't gonna lie. All right. We don't do that too much. Let's get into this. It's Karrine Steffans right here, man. Let's get into this Karrine Steffans right here, man. We want that right there. Oh, we in there. Oh, we in there. We in there. We in there. All right, let's check this out. Here, save some CPU. All right. Let's see what I'm gonna talk about. Actually, I think I'm gonna put these headphones. Really might not. Let's see if we can get them. We'll see how this goes on the clips when we cut it up at the end.
Listen, there are a lot of small penises in this world. Most men have small. Listen, I don't know if men know this.
I think
Listen, I'm not done. I'm not done. Men need to hear this. Most of y'all, listen, what camera am I looking? Most of y'all have small. Most.
They put the soundtrack behind this.
Most of y'all have small penises.
They had to give her some soothing music in the background. That she telling these fellas they got teeny weenies.
Listen, what camera am I looking? Most of y'all have small. Most of y'all have small penises. Slut shaming is born in the insecurities of men, and your insecurities are born in your penises and your wallet size.
She said, slut shaming is born in the insecurities of men, and men's insecurities are in their penis and in their wallet size. I'm tracking. All right, let's do it again.
Have small penises. Slut shaming is born in the insecurities of men, and your insecurities are born in your penises and your wallet size. Because honestly, and I'm gonna be super frank here.
Bruh said,
I never heard a big dick man with not just big dick energy, not just BDE, but a man who's well endowed. I've never seen a well endowed man call a woman a whore.
Okay.
It's always the men who can't handle a sexually advanced woman in the bedroom.
Okay.
When a woman is able to discern better, she's able to make more acute decisions, which means that a lot of men are going to be rejected because now she's seen more penises. She's seen small ones, large ones, fat ones, skinny ones. She's seen brown ones, yellow ones, black ones, white ones, pink ones. Well, I'm not done. She's seen circumcised, uncircumcised. She's seen low-hanging balls. She's seen high-hanging balls. She's seen hairy ones. Okay. All right. So she's seen all.
that's a lot of penises.
All the penises.
Not slut shaming, but it's a lot of penises.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But now what she has is this grading curve. She has this discernment. Educated women are able to make more educated decisions. When women are able to make more educated decisions, more men get rejected.
When women are able to make more educated decisions, more women get rejected. I'm taking a second to just track the logic. As you are exposed to more in life, you have more information and more contrast to choose what you like and don't like. And you are possibly more selective or discerning. So, okay, I can get this. More men get rejected. If you hook up with somebody or meet somebody or encounter somebody that hasn't seen a lot, they may be impressed by anything. Would be another way that I guess I would rephrase what she's saying.
It's that rejection that the male ego cannot stand, which is why there are incels in the world who are beating, raping, murdering, and deforming women because they're being rejected. The male ego is dangerous and it cannot handle rejection. So therefore, ergo,
the issue that it's not the issue. When I hear stuff like this, of course I have to add in like my own grains of salt. And I know from like when you have these conversations, you do have to speak in general terms. But the impulse to caveat that it's not the male ego that's dangerous, that there are, some men. I hate that I even have to like step into like that trap, because obviously it's not everybody. But of course the first thought in my brain as somebody who has a male ego is, I don't consider my ego dangerous, even though I agree with what she's saying, that there are guys, there's niggas out here that feel rejection and experience rejection as a personal attack and respond as if they were personally attacked. And most people, when they are attacked, their gut response is to attack back. And it is definitely men out here that will try to fuck you up when they feel rejection as a defensive response. Another trap that I'm not going to step into, but as you know, it's worth mentioning. A lot of people have dangerous and unhealthy responses to rejection, and we hurt each other in different ways. But other than the absolute terms, I'm with it. I'm following. I'm tracking.
So if a woman is shamed, sexually shamed, it makes her not want to exercise her right to gain the same sexual education that men get. It allows her without that.
I think that's the thing that and again, nothing she's saying is wrong. It's just narrow. Nothing she's saying is wrong. It's just narrow. I don't think people understand how little sex a lot of men are getting. I don't think people understand how few options a lot of men have. I didn't understand it. I was unaware that it's cats, going on year and 2 year and 3 year droughts out here. So I think a lot of these conversations take small percentages of the population, and not even the same percentage all the time. I don't think the men that are getting all of the sex are the same men that are fucking people up when they get rejected. So it's like we pick these small pockets of any given group and weave truths about these small pockets into what our worldview, right? So you got cats over here, like real talk, that will cause damage off of the feeling of rejection, and you take a truth out of that subset and weave it into your worldview, and then you take the assumption that every man is out here slanging and banging, and it's not true. I ain't gonna tell none of my business, but I've learned that no, most men are not having the amount of sex that the story taken from a smaller percentage of men would lead you to believe.
That education, she's not able to better discern, which means that if she's only seen one penis, because now this is where the fascination with virgins comes from. A virgin, a woman who hasn't been around either or, she hasn't seen probably any penises, maybe just one or two. She hasn't been down to Miami during spring break or to hedonism in Jamaica and seen that penis.
This is not the fascination with virgins, by the way, but I'll get into that after I finish. Let's run it back. We'll break down the fascination. At least my perspective, my opinion on the fascination with virgins.
In Jamaica and seen that penises get pretty big and awesome, right? She hasn't tried out a bunch of penises. She's a virgin or she's very inexperienced. Men like
or
this
say
better
small.
because then a man who is inept, and to be honest, most men are inept. Okay, the average penis size is only 6 inches. That's not a lot of penis. I'm sorry. I'm giving it to you guys. Really, like, listen, no chaser here. 6 inches is not a lot of penis.
Okay.
There's men out here with 8, 9, 10, 12 inches. Okay, and more. I've seen more.
Okay.
More than
I've
12?
seen a lot more.
I mean, I know it
Okay?
exists, but damn.
I can't even get into it. I've seen some things.
Okay.
Some things.
So I'm
All right?
curious. I'm curious.
Listen.
Can I ask a question?
Wait, not yet. Let me finish my sermon. Okay?
Okay.
'Cause we in church. So now, when men shame women because of those insecurities, that makes women not want to have the sex that they really want. It makes them afraid to have the sex that they want to have. That shame is meant to make men feel better. So now it's like, well, I don't want to, I would have sex. I would have more sex, but they're going to call me a whore. So I'm not going to do it. So I'm just going to settle for this little penis man that I met one time. And now I'm having horrible sex the rest of my life so that I don't hurt his ego. The men with the...
Okay, I got to pause. And I'm also trying to approach a quite frankly a silly topic that does have some healthy implication and not brag on my side or talking like I got the biggest dick in the world. So I'm just trying to figure out how to approach this like a fucking adult. Let's start with the virgin thing. Or let's not even do the virgin thing. Why do people like people with lower body counts? My opinion is, one, let's give her props. Yes, there are I think there are some people that don't want to deal with the comparisons, right? And I've heard this more from women than men. Of course, I've never dated men, so I don't know what men talk about when they're dating somebody, other than from a very singular perspective. I know people don't want to deal with the comparisons, and you don't want to deal with the fact that the person that you might be settling down with, that you might not be healthy competition in their mind of their past partner. But a bigger reason that I think people don't want to deal with people with a whole bunch of bodies is the more people you deal with. Yes, there are some positive, amazing experiences, and yes, you expand your discernment. But the more people you deal with, the more trauma and baggage and guardedness and jadedness and bitterness and inflexibility and impatience you pick up. So a lot of this is not, oh, motherfuckers is just afraid that you dated Prince Charming once upon a time. A lot of this is you start racking up these relationships and these bodies and these experiences, and it is literally harder to be with you because we know trauma produces weird responses in personalities and relationships. So this is an attack on the male ego from a very specific source that does have some of its merits. But my suggestion is that the biggest reason people don't want to deal with a whole bunch of body counts is because of all of the baggage that comes with that. Now, the danger that she's not, the nuance that she's not pointing out, and we're gonna rewind about 30 seconds later, run again, is it's not apples to apples, right? Fucking everybody you can and being in a healthy, happy, long-term relationship are related, but they're not equivalent. And so it's we'll run it back. We'll run it back. Play it again.
Okay?
Okay.
'Cause we in church. So now, when men shame women because of those insecurities, that makes women not want to have the sex that they really want. It makes them afraid to have the sex that they want to have. That shame is.
I don't even think it's like a history thing. Let me speak for myself. I don't have an issue with somebody with a body count. I really, really don't. The issues that I'm gonna have are what trauma and baggage and like bad personality quirks and bad relationship habits are you bringing to the relationship, and what is your current propensity to have me raising somebody else's child, to compromise the empire and the foundation we're building because the personality that led you to rack up those bodies ain't even really built to be in no, loyal, committed shit. I'm in no position to judge anybody for a body count. I'm really, really not. But those are the things that I think about, not off of a number. When I start seeing stuff like quirks that's associated with a number, I'm like, this might not be the type of person that you want to develop no 10, 20, 30-year relationship with.
Meant to make men feel better. So now it's like, well, I don't want to, I would have sex. I would have more sex, but they're going to call me a whore. So I'm not going to do it. So I'm just going to settle for this little penis man that I met one time. And now I'm having horrible sex the rest of my life so that I don't hurt his ego. The men with the smaller, inadequate penis, and there's a lot of small penises in this world. There are a lot of small penises in this world. Most men have small, listen, I don't know if men know this.
I think that's the thing too, is to say most men have small penises would be kind of bending the rules of what most and small mean. If most of any group have anything, then whatever it is they have would be average. Now, yes, it's some 15-inch dick niggas knocking the back out of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's some 12, 11-inch dick niggas knocking the back out of them. I tell you right now, my dick ain't 11 inches. It ain't 5 or 6 either, but I mean, we don't even talk about my dick. I think that something I see with women, particularly sexually liberated women, particularly feminist women, is they take these subsets of society and try to make it all men, and then go on these tirades and these campaigns against them. And this smells something like that to me.
I think
Listen, I'm not done. I'm not done. Men need to hear this. Most of y'all, listen, what camera am I looking? Most of y'all have small, most.
And then to the point of her conflating apples and oranges, if most motherfuckers have small dicks, what's the end goal, right? If the end goal is to be in some type of family or foundation, motherfuckers probably gonna have to pick from the small dick niggas. Does a nigga with a small dick not deserve respect? I don't know.
Most of y'all have small penises.
Most niggas broke too.
You've seen porn. You know how big they get. They get pretty big. And once a woman figures that out, she ain't going back to 6 inches or 5 or 4.
And here is the rub that you hear people say about all the time. If experiencing a big dick, a huge 13-inch door knocker, means that you can't be in a healthy relationship with somebody with 8 inches, then you're back to a large percentage of a population competing for a very small percentage of partners who are possibly less likely to settle down anyway. And so this may lead to experiencing more of the world, feeling more liberated. But from a like societal foundation perspective, the end road is fewer long-term healthy relationships, of which you have to also examine the source. Miss Steffans does not, as far as I know, appear to have held one down, which is not a shot at her. You know what I'm saying? That's meant to be an objective fact, and not saying that one is better than the other. But if the goal is long-term healthy relationship, experiencing a small percentage of niggas with money, or a small percentage of niggas with 12-inch dicks, or a small percentage of women with model bodies, or whatever the small percentage of, and then becoming dissatisfied with the swath of the population that's honestly probably actually in your range and capabilities, that's not healthy. Now, I do agree with the, you know, the fragile ego and the retaliation perspective. We're not gonna like discount violence, but we gotta add these nuances to the context. What's the goal? If the goal is just to live a version of the most fulfilling life that you can think of, which is you experience everything there is to experience and everyone there is to experience, and you die saying, wow, I got to experience everything except for healthy, happy, long-term relationships and family, then that's a path, and like salute and root for people that's on that path. But can you have both? Can you experience the limits, the biggest banks, the biggest penises, the tightest vaginas, the best bodies, and still reach a place in yourself where you can be happy, fulfilled, at peace, ecstatic, overjoyed, my cup is full, with the type of people or the selection of people that you can find to enter into these 30, 40-year partnerships and have kids and grandkids with and share wealth? I don't know the realistic chances of that for everybody.
Some of them are like a cool inch. I was married to a man that had a cool inch and a half. I know because I measured it. Trust me. It's not good.
Damn.
We are fed up.
I see.
A cool inch and a half.
I shouldn't even have that reaction. I wonder what percentage of the population has a 1-inch penis. And I would love to interview somebody who has a micro penis and just see, you know, what life is like for them and how they navigate and what they experience.
All penises. You've seen porn. You know how big they get. They get pretty big. And once a woman figures that out, she ain't going back to 6 inches or 5 or 4. Some of them are like a cool inch. I was married to a man that had a cool inch and a half. I know because I measured it. Trust me.
Look at Burba's face, like his mouth
it's
is like,
not
oh,
good. We are fed up.
I see.
We are tired of small penises. I'm sorry. I'm going off on a tangent, girl. Okay. Let me bring it back down because I am rallying. This is a rally.
I'm not gonna go off on like a real tangent, but like, yo, the double standards and body shaming, not gonna get into it.
Cry. I am crying out for all of us women who deserve more orgasms. We deserve nice, like beautiful fatties. We deserve better penis. Listen, don't try to stop me, Alex, because you uncomfortable.
No.
My girl on the line knows what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm answering her question. She's over there laughing. Trust me, my girl is laughing with me. She feels it. She understands because she's seen some small ones. She's like, girl, yes. If she was here, she'll be high-fiving me right now. We're tired of your small penises.
Not gonna lie, motherfucker, just gonna have to just listen. You just got to make a decision, okay? You want a handsome, charismatic, wealthy, big dick. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Black man. Okay, so do everybody else. May the odds ever be in your favor. You know what I mean?
We're tired. And when you know what's out there for you, you choose better. Because trust me, I've seen penises and been like,
I think that's what it is. She is speaking from several levels of privilege, right? She's obviously an attractive woman. She obviously made moves to be around wealth, to attain certain levels of wealth, or at least access to wealth in her life. The assumption that she's going on is, if you are aware of better being out there, you are able to choose better and you are able to attain better. That might be true for her. There are many people, most people are not going to be able to secure the absolute best that there is to offer. And I hope that doesn't sound bad. I don't take that as a bad thing for myself personally. I know that, you know what I'm saying, there's a limit to some of the things that I'm going to be able to get in life. And you got to be able to be happy with what's actually in your range. But just being aware that better exists does not mean that you are going to be able to get it. And that little wrinkle is the wrench in the plan, right? Just because better is out there and you've experienced, don't mean that you can have it forever. And now is that one better experience that you had for a period in your life worth the trade-off of being dissatisfied for the majority of your life? And that's just a question people gotta ask and answer for themselves.
Like in the moment, be like, nah, I'm good. Thank you though.
I don't know what it's like to be a woman, or shit, a man or non-binary and have sex with somebody with a 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch penis. I mean, might just honestly have to talk to some people and get some context for that. I don't even know like what to say to that, other than just from a numbers perspective. Somebody has got to find a way to be happy with what's not the biggest wallet or the biggest sweatpants print or, the BBL body. Like we got to start, I don't know. And that's not to shame people for their experiences, but I just feel like her perspective is very unique, and in this 6-minute clip lacks nuance.
Now I make them send me penis pics ahead of time. Like, just send me a picture of your penis, bro.
Unless you just gonna be just fucking mad niggas for the rest of your life.
I'm celibate, but I still want to see it. And if it's tiny, I don't even want to talk to you because this is.
What's up with that? You celibate? Okay.
Gonna go anywhere ever. Friend zone automatically.
Got it.
8 inches or less, friend zone. Not even interested.